Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Pro Wrestling Revolution podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Freedom. Greco Suave is in California. Moved out there, doing good out there. So today I'm going to kind of handle this one on my own. This will be a shorter podcast. Today is June 6, 2016, and the phone call I'm going to share with you come from about 2-3 weeks ago. Being that I've been in this business for 25 years, run a training school, I get a lot of phone calls. And some of the phone calls are straightforward and the guy wants training and there's, it's cut and dry. And there's other ones that I've had before that you tell the story and it's so unbelievable, and that I didn't have evidence of these crazy training phone calls. Like, this is the first time that I do. I had received a phone call. Guy left a message about training. I was sitting there one night, the phone rang. My wife says, "Do you want to take it?" And I wasn't sure, and I decided, sure, you know what, I'll take it. And just because some of these phone calls can go so crazy, I decided to record it, and at the end of the day, I was glad I did. I'm not going to ruin anything, because this is really quite a roller coaster of a phone call. I want you guys to decide on your own if I handled it right, if, I've had some people that have listened to it, a very select few, say that they thought it was like it was a work, like they were trying to get me mad and it was a setup. I don't believe that's true. Some people can't believe that there are people out there like this, but I think the call will show for itself. So I just wanted to get a little leeway and letting you know. Again, it's about a 30-minute phone call, but please hang on. There's some amazing things that this guy says, and at the end, I think I wrapped it up really professionally and represented the professional wrestling industry, business, and world in a good way. And I'll just say I also think I represented humanity in a real good way of handling this phone call, because if you're in the business, or you know a vet, or you are a vet, like, we know our tolerance for bullshit like this is really, really bad. Like, when we know we're being lied to, usually we'll walk away or call you out, and that's how we end it, because we don't have time for it. But there was something about this call that was intriguing to me, and kept me on the phone and kept me asking questions. And I think it'll be a neat little reveal when you find out what truly happened, and to make someone understand what truly happened. Anyways, it's a great story. I wanted to share it with you guys because you're my friends in the community, and hopefully this will help those who try to call and want to get a job in professional wrestling, to educate them, like, don't do it this way. It's a real good thing to learn from. So, every day we're surrounded with choices and things, and no matter what you do, everything you do matters. So always put thought into what you do, and sometimes you have to think things out before you pull the trigger on it, so you don't sound stupid and whatnot. In closing, I'm going to start this up. Please enjoy it. Leave your comments. Like it. We're also going to have Revolution Podcast. We're going to take it off of the Indie Icon page and just give it its own page on Facebook. Also, look for Pro Wrestling, the Revolution Podcast on iTunes coming soon, and we're working on doing some Skyping and live calls down the road too. So in the meantime, enjoy the phone call. This is, again, one of your hosts, Eric Freedom, saying thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and share and subscribe, and leave your comments afterward. I'd love to hear it personally. Thank you again, and here we go. Enjoy.
Hi, is this Eric, right?
Yep, this is Eric. Who am I talking to?
Mark.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. I was calling because me and a friend of mine, we wanted to get into, wanted to wrestle for your guys' company.
Okay. Okay.
We haven't been through any schooling.
Okay.
Training, but I wrestled for my high school, and then I learned some of it through MMA, and then the rest of it I learned watching, WWE and TNA and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he learned a lot through his school too, and then he was actually a wrestler for a little while, and then he had to stop because he was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to start wrestling.
Okay.
I mean,
But have you?
We would
So
really appreciate it if you would give us a chance. I mean,
sure. No, I understand that. Well, I guess I have some questions for you.
yeah.
So, have you had any other bookings? Have you wrestled any other shows or companies in or around Michigan at all?
No.
Okay.
No, because this is our
First
this will
time.
be our first company.
Okay, no problem. And the question then next I have is, so this would be your first match?
Right.
Professionally?
Yes.
But what you're also telling me is you're not professionally trained.
Right.
So my dilemma becomes, how can I say I put on a professional wrestling show with all professionals who are professionally trained and then throw you guys in there?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I mean, we could go through like training first if you wanted, and then after we train, then.
Well, do you think you would be able to handle a match with two professionals? Do you know how to call a match?
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys do the 1, 2, 3 count, right? For pinning.
Yeah.
And then there's of course no disqualification where.
No. That's not psychology. That's not calling a match. That's just telling. That's how they can end.
Right. No, what I'm saying though is like you can use weapons because there's no disqualification. You can't be disqualified in a match if you use a weapon. That's what I'm saying. And then there's like, of course, there's no low blows. No. Of course, first blood match. You would first person to bleed. Is automatically, disqualified from the match.
Yeah. No, I know all the rules. I've been doing this 25 years. I'm pretty sure I know how matches end. So what's so you and your buddy are obviously a tag team, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the name of your tag team?
Well, we've been thinking about doing like new boys on the block.
And what is the gimmick?
We would dress up like gangsters and we'd be the new boys on the block. Because, we would be new to the place, so we thought, hey, why not name ourselves new boys on the block,
Okay, what music are you guys going to come out to?
We haven't decided that yet. We were thinking about going with Eminem's I'm Not Afraid. Mm-hmm. And just walking out with that.
And how old are you guys?
I'm 25, and I think he's 30 something. I have to ask him. Hold on, I'll go ask him.
Well, no, that's cool. It doesn't matter. I mean, but you guys are friends, right?
Yes.
Like, how long have you been preparing for this tag team thing?
Actually, about 3-4 months.
3-4 months?
Get into WWE. Yeah, we've been trying to get into WWE, but that didn't work, so we tried TNA.
What do you mean it didn't work?
Well, the thing of it was they were, I guess something about they didn't have enough room, and then one of the tag teams was supposed to, their contract was ending. So, because I guess...
Whose contract?
Only has room for so many tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they found out that they were leaving, that they were going to leave, they said, okay, well, we can bring you in. So then we're going to make our debut.
With what?
They decided to sign the contract.
Oh.
Get it?
So you were down at NXT training with them for all that stuff?
Yes.
Who'd you work with?
What's the dude that's got the multi-personalities? McFoley. He was teaching us, giving us some ideas and stuff. Some of the gimmicks and stuff that we would do. Like if I was to come down to the ring, mm-hmm. We would come down and, say if we were going to make our talk, we would be like, yo, man, what is up? And And if we got into a confrontation, and we were getting ready to have a battle in the ring, after having our talk with whoever we were going to have a talk with, then, it would be like, well, yo, player, you don't know what you're talking about. So why don't you just sit over there on the toilet and just shit all your crap out? And then once we got into the fight, then we would, have our little confrontation and,
Yeah.
see where it went.
Oh, I can see that. Do you guys have a finisher?
Yeah, mine is Jason's House of Pain, and his is X-Liner.
Okay, that's what they're called. What actually are they?
Well, his is he would pick them up kind of like the pedigree, but he would have their arms all the way out, and he would pick them up and then slam them down. And then mine was I would pick them up like a power bomb, kind of like how the Batista bomb is.
Yeah.
But instead of throwing them down, I would go all the way completely down on my butt and do a pin.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. And how big are you? How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Really? And how much do you weigh?
Like 227.
227. Okay. Pretty athletic. You know how to fall and not hurt yourself?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a finishing move, and your partner has a finishing move.
Yes.
So my question then would be, if you're a tag team, I would assume you'd have a tag team finishing maneuver.
Yeah, we actually came up with that. What we would do is he would get on the top turnbuckle, and he's kind of a bigger guy.
How big is he?
I think he's 3-something. He weighs 3-something, but he's pretty buff. He's a pretty built guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you see him, you would think he's growing legs out of his arms, but no. So he's a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm taller, so we made it where I would pick the guy up, and then he would jump off the top turnbuckle, and he would give him a clothesline. As he was giving him a clothesline, I would give him a power bomb. And then...
So you pick him up for the power bomb, and he gives him a clothesline as he clotheslines him.
Right.
Okay, and have you tried this?
We haven't actually been able to because we don't have a ring.
But you never even put mattresses out on the ground and grab one of your friends and say, "Here, I want to try this."
Well, we don't have nobody to try it with.
Okay.
We've actually, we did it with a. It's kind of funny, but we did it with a pillow.
Okay. And you didn't hurt the pillow, I hope.
No.
Okay. Good. We don't want that. Okay. Well, see, I'm just going to be honest with you, because there's no reason to lie to each other right now.
Right.
This is the thing. Well, here's another question. Because you almost got what happened? Wait. So first of all, what happened down at so you went down to WWE? Someone else signed a contract before you, so that's why you're not there.
The original tag team that was going to retire signed
a contract, so they didn't have any openings. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, Otherwise, Mick Foley said you were going to get signed.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then so now, what happened to TNA?
Well, we decided not to do TNA because they originally wanted us. What they asked us was, they said, "What do you want to do?" We said we want to do a gimmick of doing the gangster, new kids on the new boys on the block.
Yeah. Who were you talking to?
Huh?
Who were you having a conversation with over at TNA? Who were you dealing with? Was it over the phone, or was it like email?
Jeff Jarrett. It's over the phone.
Oh, it was over the phone with Jeff?
Yeah, with Jeff Jarrett, the owner.
Okay. Wait, I thought Dixie owned it. Dixie Carter.
But I thought originally, maybe he didn't own it. I I thought he owned it though, didn't he?
In the very beginning, well, yeah, way back when they first came out, he did. But then he sold the company to Dixie Carter, and Dixie Carter now runs TNA because Jeff Jarrett actually runs Global Pro Wrestling, or I think Global Pro. So it's just kind of weird that if you were talking to Jarrett at TNA and Jarrett isn't part of TNA, I get confused on.
Well, it was a guy. I thought it was Jeff Jarrett. I'm sorry. I sometimes forget things. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. So you don't remember who it was?
No, but it was a guy.
Okay. No, that's okay. Okay, we'll go on with your story. Go ahead.
So I was talking to him, and he had said, okay, we could do that. Well, then me and my partner, we started working on it, and we started working on our moves and stuff, and then how we in the ring and things like that, because we'd all got it set up with what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
As far as wrestling and everything like that.
Well, wait, hold on. I have another question. Oh, hold on. I have another question then. If you were down at TNA working on your moves in the ring, like you guys were saying? No. We were actually at our home working on it. Because we live in a group home, but we were at our house working on the moves and the little. They gave us, they said, well, you could, because they were telling us a few different ways of how we could come down to the ring and stuff. So we were, trying it out, trying to see which one we liked. Like down, so you kind of like coming down the hallway like it's your entrance ramp and practicing different things. Oh, okay.
Right.
I gotcha. Music playing, people watching. Did you videotape any of it?
Yeah.
Did you videotape it?
Actually, we didn't because we thought we were going to be with them.
Oh, and you didn't want to get into copyright stuff. Yeah, I gotcha.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So they were so they were talking with you and all that stuff, and then why didn't you go?
Well, because after that, it was about like 2 or 3 weeks after we had originally talked to them. Somebody had called me, and they called me from TNA, and they said, well, look, they said, we decided that if you do come, you're going to have to change up your style and the way that you come down to the ring and everything. You're going to have to switch everything up.
And you guys just, how long were you practicing that now? So you guys were practicing your entrances in the hallway for like, what, a week? And now they call you and tell you got to change it up now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair. How many times a day were you practicing that?
Oh, at least 4 or 5 times a day.
4 or 5 times a day, you guys would do that entrance, try different things.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time invested into you. I understand. And then they had the balls to ask you to change it.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. So that's why you decided.
Yeah,
so that's why you decided not to go, because you put all this hard work into it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, why are you calling us now? You should have told us that at the beginning, I mean, I didn't understand it.
Okay, so you guys parted ways then.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, here's the thing here. And like I said, since obviously we're both being honest with each other, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to be honest with you. Number one, I can honestly say that Mick Foley has nothing to do with WWE and hiring people down there. So I can honestly tell you that I know WWE was never interested in you, because 4 months of practicing in your house and never. Why would WWE be interested in you when you've never done anything? That's weird to me. So that's number one, if we're just being honest. Number two, to say you talked to Jeff Jarrett down at TNA when he doesn't own TNA, that sounds shady too.
Okay.
And that you were practicing, it's cool that you practice your entrance five times a day for a week, but when you're actually a professional, you're practicing that stuff every day. In the ring, doing promos, it's every day. And sometimes it's quite a long time till you actually even get in a ring, but you have to be professionally trained, because no one that's been in the ring and knows that we put our lives at risk and trust each other enough to put each other in each other's hands okay, would not risk their own life or yours you'd be considered unsafe and untrained. If you don't know how to call a match and you don't know how to take a move, and you don't know how to do a promo and you don't really know how to protect yourself, because you practiced talking about it for 4 months didn't mean your body is ready or can handle any of that stuff, if we're just being honest. So I don't think there's at least any reputable company that you'd be able to walk in at this point and just start wrestling on a roster. To be completely honest with you, what you would have to do is get trained somewhere. Someone would have to train you, because I don't think anyone in their right mind would put 2 untrained guys in a ring their first time on a show without seeing anything from them. It's almost like, you know how when you have a job, you have to have a resume?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of the same thing. You get trained by someone reputable, and then that trainer says, okay, you're cool. And then the trainer takes you around and introduces you to different places, and maybe gives you different bookings and introduces you to different people, and that's kind of how you network out and stuff. But that never will happen for you if you really don't take the first step. And if we're being honest with each other, the first step is to be professionally trained, number 1. Number 2, have some fucking integrity when you do train. And number 3, be humble and respectful. So if you take all that into consideration, you're already not humble and respectful because you lied to me. Correct?
No, I actually didn't.
So you actually went to, and were dealing with WWE and actually dealing with TNA for a contract. Because I know Al Snow over at TNA, and I'm very good friends with Adam Pearce and Road Dogg over at WWE, and I could call them right now and see if anyone in that company has ever talked to you, and I have a feeling they'd tell me no.
And you can feel how you want to feel about it, or think what you want to think, but...
Okay, well, give me your full name so I can call them and ask, and then if your story does truly check out, I will give you an opportunity.
Okay.
So...
David O'Bear.
What was your first...
My full name?
Yeah, full name, because I got to give him the whole thing. So your full name is...
Mark David.
Mark David. So that's the name you were Okay. Okay. And what was your friend's name, so I can double check on him? Because he was dealing with him.
I don't know his last name, but I know his first name is Byron.
Byron. Okay.
But he went by X-Liner.
Okay, X-Liner. Okay. Because just to me, it just doesn't sound legit. And honestly, I'd rather have someone dealing with me personally that would just be honest and say, I'm looking to break into the business. I heard you have a training center. I'd love to come in and do a tryout, have you take a look at me, and see what we can do from there, instead of calling me and saying, I've never been in a ring, I've never had a match, I've never done a finisher, I've never done anything on tape. Only thing about wrestling I've done is watched it. And to think that I would have enough faith to put you in a match with 2 guys is ridiculous. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you could go walk on to the, Detroit on a baseball team because you said you played. Like, they'd be like, all right, let's see some credentials. And just the thing, I've never heard of you. If your story is true, it'd be honestly the first one in the history that was true. Because I have heard this story before from other people. And every time I check it out and call my people, they're like, no. So here's my question. And this will be it, because then I really have more important things to do. So the last question I have is, you have 2 choices. Choice number A is stick with the story, which I think is bullshit, even if it may not be. I think it's crap. So are we going to finish this phone call of you saying that story was 100% true, not one thing in that thing is not true? Or do you want to change it and say, hey, maybe I was mistaken, but I'd love to train if you'd want to give me an opportunity? How do you want to do that?
B.
Choice B. That's what I thought. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, how about this? Here's what I got going on.
It's because I've been talking to, no, seriously, I've been I have been talking to WWE, and I've called Vince McMahon. I didn't actually talk to Vince McMahon himself. I talked to his receptionist. Now, this is honest God's truth. And she had put me to some other dude, and I had talked to him, and he told me to fill out the application and to and if they were interested, then they would send me a text or not a text but an email and then call them back.
And you know,
so I've been calling them back. But they haven't been answering.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Just forget WWE. I'll try something else.
Sure.
So,
But the way you presented it to me is you talked to them and they were interested in you, and the only thing you did was fill out an application and never heard anything back, right?
Right.
Okay. Now check this out. No. Check this out. This is going to make a lot of sense to you right now. The reason they're not calling you back, the reason you're not getting an email, is because you're not professionally trained. You could send 1,000 emails and 500,000 phone calls. They're not going to put an untrained professional person on TV, period. TNA is not going to put an unprofessional trained person on TV, period. Ring of Honor is not going to have anyone unprofessionally trained, period.
Right.
So now I'm assuming the TNA thing was pretty much the same thing WWE. You filled out an app, sent it in, never heard anything back. So now do you understand why TNA didn't call you back?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're not going to put an untrained person in the ring with somebody who's trained.
There you go. So now do you understand how I knew you were lying the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been doing this 25 years. Now listen. Here's what we're going to do. I would be willing to talk with you as far as training you. But understand this, and I'm not joking at all. Do you know any? Well, let me start with this. Do you know anything about me?
I do not.
Okay. How did you find the information to contact me?
Well, actually, I was going online.
Okay.
And I said other, because like I said, I tried WWE and I tried TNA.
Sure.
And I thought, well, there's got to be another thing out there. So
sure.
I got Clash, and then I got the Clash, and then there was your number, and then there was.
So you did an internet search, you found the electric company, found the number, and called.
Yeah.
Okay. What town do you live in?
I called earlier, but nobody.
Yeah, no, we were running around. What town do you live in?
West Bloomfield. Dang, I live in West Bloomfield. So is my partner.
Western Field?
West Bloomfield?
West Bloomfield.
Oh, is that by Cadillac?
I don't know where we're by.
What state? What state are you in? Are you in Michigan?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the biggest town near you? Like, are you by Grand Rapids, Traverse City?
I know we're not far from Troy.
From Detroit?
From Troy.
Oh, Troy, Michigan.
That's Detroit.
So you're near Detroit.
I'm near Troy, yeah.
Okay. So you're okay.
It's a good 2.5 hours.
Okay. Cool. So here's the deal. I've been wrestling 25 years professionally. I have wrestled for WWE.
What was your name?
Eric Freedom.
If you don't mind me. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, you were my favorite wrestler growing up.
Really?
Yes.
Who did I wrestle in your favorite match?
I was so young. I'm only 25, but my dad would know more about that because he's been watching it for years.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate that. So listen. So I'm going to just be honest and say this. 25 years in a business, a lot of experience. What I'm going to say to you is this.
Yeah.
If you want to do a tryout, number one, you would have to drive from Detroit to Cadillac. Do you have a vehicle?
I don't, but I think we could probably get a ride.
Okay. Number two, to do the tryout, or would your friend be doing the tryout also?
Yes.
Okay. Number three, do you have any medical conditions?
Not that I know of.
No asthma, never had any back injuries, shoulder injuries, broke your leg, had a surgery?
No.
No. Friend has neither, probably?
No, I don't think so. Let me go
Okay.
ask him.
Okay. And then the other thing would be, so we do our tryouts on Sunday, or on Sundays. It wouldn't be this Sunday, it'd probably be next.
Okay.
It's $50 a guy. Okay. And then what we do is we put you in the ring, we show you how to bump, and then we throw you around a little bit and see if you can handle that.
Okay.
You're not going to be showing off any finishers or your moves. I just want to see if you know how to, like, because it sounds to me like you've never been in a ring or never tried any of this. So it sounds to me like this
I used to wrestle at home. That's just, with my dad. We would have like matches, but I mean nothing like in the ring or anything like that. No, I mean.
Like, did your dad ever pick you up and like body slam you on the floor?
Not on the floor, but he would on the couch.
Yeah, couch is really pretty comfy compared to the ring. The ring, I'll just be honest, the ring hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, the ring hurts. It's about a quarter inch of foam, steel and wood. Every time you fall, especially if you've never done this before, you're going to be fucking hurt. You're going to be sore because it's about an hour of stuff, and all you're going to do for that 1 hour is fall and get up and fall and get up. And I've had people that can't do it.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, if you come down here, I hope you have a lot of heart and have been doing a buttload of cardio, because it is not easy, and I've had people puke and I've had people quit. So, I mean, but if you're determined to do this, I'll totally take a look at you.
I'm determined.
Okay.
I really want to do this.
Okay, so here's the deal. I have your number. I have your information. Give me about a week. If you don't hear from me by Monday of next week, give me another call, and then I'll get you directions, and we'll set everything up and do the tryout, okay?
Okay.
But seriously, for now on, just be honest with people, because, like, this is our first encounter, and you've lied to me, so, like, now I'm going to be curious of, can I trust you? And I want to know I can trust you, right?
Yes.
Because if
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because if I'm going to be your trainer, you're going to have to trust me.
Right.
So I'm going to need to trust you. Otherwise,
I'll be honest with you, man.
Please.
The reason why I lie is because, I mean, my whole life I've been honest and I've been truthful, and I've been like a good-hearted person to everybody, and it seems like every time I do that, I always either get stabbed in the back or I get hurt somehow, and so I just thought, you know what, maybe for this once, maybe honesty is not the best policy, like they say,
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem with that, though. When you're calling someone that you don't know who you're talking to, like, and I have 25 years experience, and I've seen this 100 times, you just come off, you sound like an idiot. You're not an idiot. Just, we're talking right now and you're being honest, so I know you're not an idiot, but you sound like an idiot when you call and try to lie like that. You know how many people try to do that and say, oh yeah, man, like, they'll call me and tell me fucking Bret Hart trained them in their basement for 7 years, and Bret Hart just said we can now get bookings. No one trains for 7 fucking years. I'm sorry. I didn't buy that either, the same way I didn't buy yours, and I think they're liars, and I think you're a liar. But I can kind of understand why you might have gone into it a little hesitantly, but that's cool. But with me and in the wrestling industry, the best thing you can do starting right now is just be honest with it. If you treat it with respect, it'll treat you back with respect. If you put everything you can into the business will dump back into you.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Because I really don't deal with liars.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I tell you what, man. If I got a call, like from TNA or from WWE, you know what? I'd turn them down. You know why?
Why?
because you were the one that gave me my first chance. You were the one that actually said, you know what, I'll give you a chance. Even though you lied to me, I'll give you a chance. And I greatly respect that.
Well, I appreciate that. So from this point forward, we're just going to be honest with each other, okay? And then that'll,
all right.
So that one with me, that's your one free pass. You don't get another one.
Right.
Okay?
You got it.
Cool. So here's the deal. I'm fixing my ring right now. I'm doing some stuff with my ring. So give me a week to get my ring put back together. And I mean, I might be moving buildings, so it might take more than that. But do me a favor and give me a call at least by middle of next week.
Okay.
So I can give you an update and we can keep communicating. Are you on Facebook?
I'm not actually.
Okay, no problem. Then this will be our mode of communication. So give me a call middle of next week. Just leave me, if I'm not home, just leave a message reminding me it was you that we had talked, and I will call you back that day someday. So is there any good time good time to call you, or is any time okay?
Pretty much any time is okay.
Okay.
I usually have my phone on me, so.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah.
But
So
if I don't answer,
I'll leave a message and just tell you it's Eric Freedom calling, and yeah, very cool. And in the meantime, do this. Do you have a pen handy?
I don't. But let me
Okay. Well, do me a favor. When you hang up, if you get a chance and you're like messing around on YouTube today,
yeah.
like go onto YouTube and do a search for Eric Freedom.
Yeah, my dad would know more about you. I mean,
but what I'm saying, like,
I've seen a few matches.
Sure, I have like two. I have like
He's really young.
I have like 200 videos on YouTube. But what I'm saying is So what I'm saying is take a look at them, and take a look at my matches. Take a look at who I've wrestled. Take a look at who I know. And do a little research on me online because of this also. And I'm going to teach you another valuable lesson for free right now, other than being honest. So you got you're going to get 2 cool lessons today for nothing. Okay?
All right.
So here's the other cool lesson. If you're going to take this step and join my wrestling school, you want to know everything you can about me to make sure I am a reputable trainer. Just because I tell you over the phone I am, doesn't necessarily mean I am. Because you don't know anything about me. So I'm just going to be honest and say this. Go online, do a search for Eric Freedom, look at my YouTube videos, see that I have been on WWF with Jake Roberts and the Road Warriors, and see that I have, been in the ring with some really amazing talents and run one of the best companies in Michigan. But make sure I'm telling you the truth because, because maybe there's someone else out there closer and that's going to, if you don't train with me for whatever reason, like just no matter what, if this is going to be the first day of the rest of your career, you want to know who's going to train you because if, you just don't want to get trained for the sake of being trained because then you run into some idiot that doesn't really know how to train you, takes your money, and you're left in the same boat we're at now. Make sure you get what you pay for. So do some research on me. Next Wednesday when you call me, I want you to tell me what you found out about me. That's your homework.
Okay.
So right now, this is how you can reinstill our trust together. Number 1, no more lying. Agreed?
Okay.
Agreed? Okay.
Agreed.
Good. Number 2, I want you to do some investigating about me online. And then number 3, I want you to call me Wednesday and tell me what you figured out. Okay?
You got it.
That sounds good, man. I look forward to hearing from you next week. It was nice meeting you.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks, buddy.
You can forget about it, buddy. The movement is dead.
Yes, of course, hence the name. Movement, it moves a certain distance, then it stops, you see? A revolution gets its name by always coming back around in your face. You tried to kill me, you son of a bitch. So welcome to the revolution. There's more to follow. I'll stay in touch.